Judge Andrew Napolitano is on in the last 30 minutes of the next hour on key issues. I want to congratulate him. I can find nothing wrong with this guy. And I wish I could say that about everybody at Fox, but we're just really excited to have this constitutionalist on with us. Congratulations to him. He is getting, I knew about this months ago, but couldn't talk about it. He is getting the show on the Fox Business Network that goes out worldwide. So not just a contributor to Fox TV, but now his own TV show, destined to be very successful. And so we're excited about that. We've got him coming up. I want to go to Tim, Jason, Tim. Sometimes you just get a bunch of the same name, Mark and others that are patiently holding. In fact, I'm just going to go to your calls now, and then when we 8 after, second segment of the next hour, I'm going to get into the Copenhagen falling apart completely. I mean, this news is so good, so wonderful. We're going to be talking about it. Right now, let's go to Tim in Nevada. Tim, you're on the air.
Hey, how you guys doing? It's good to be back in the United States. I call your show quite a bit from South America. I'm touring in the United States on a wrestling tour. I had to come through Washington, D.C., and I had a similar experience to my fellow performer there. I can't believe, when I was listening to what she went through, it sounded like a typical criminal molestation. I mean, I couldn't believe what they put her through, but they made me take my championship belt out of my bag because they said it was blocking the view of my carry-on. So that was embarrassing. I had to take my belt out in front of everybody. And then after that, I did everything they told me to do, going through the scanners. And then they wanted me to go into the full body scanner at the customs after I scanned my passport, scanned my visa, everything from Brazil. And
they wanted to get your biometric body scan. What happened next?
Well, I refused. I told them I was afraid of the radiation. I didn't want to go through it. I told them I felt that it was against my 4th and 5th Amendment rights, and that I did have a lawyer, and that if they wanted to give me a problem, I said, take a look at my belt. I'm not a nobody. I do have lawyers.
And so what happened?
Well, they basically asked me to step over behind. It wasn't a room, but it was like a glass. I don't know. It looked like one of the cubicles, but it was see-through glass. And they basically wanted me down, and then they wanted to pat me down. And I said, you know, I'm not a criminal. I'm not being suspected of anything. You have checked my bags. I've been very, very cooperative. You have no right to do this to me. I don't want you touching me. I then reiterated again that I do have legal representation.
And then what happened?
Well, they basically told me that I was allowed to go, but then the TSA security, he looked like a kid younger than me. He was at least 21 years old, 20 years old. He took my suitcase and he threw it on the ground and broke it. It was a 70-pound suitcase, had my laptop and all my belongings in it.
So now they smash your goods.
Yeah. And I tried to report it to a supervisor, and his supervisor, you know, I love it when they try to say sir, 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 like they're being polite. But what they're really trying to do is just be, you know, like a polite way of saying you're going to do whatever we want, period.
Or don't get excited, sir. Don't get excited as they get in your face.
Exactly. And then they tried, you know, I'm in my prime right now as a professional wrestler, and as the great Jesse the Body Ventura, I'm a pretty big guy myself. So they tend to try to flip the card on you, and they try to pick on you and make you seem like you're a violent person for sticking up for yourself because you're a big person. You're bigger than everybody else.
Also, they said, oh, you're a big, tough guy. Oh, you're big.
Exactly. And then, oh, you're picking on us. You're picking on, oh, this big guy's giving us problems. And then they call all the other people over. I said, look, you have no right to pick my personal belongings up off the belt and then throw it on the ground. He broke the handle that folds out, and it totally broke off the suitcase from the seam. And I was pissed off. I was like, you know, what the heck?
We only got 20 seconds. How did it end?
Well, I got away with just, you know, basically telling the boss off, and I didn't get a SWAT team after me, thank God.
All right, buddy, I appreciate your call. We're going to come back with more calls on the other side. Then what's happening with the globalist fake environmental takeover, falling apart at every level. We have a chance to destroy it. Man, this show went by fast. It is the 4th hour, the final hour. Judge Andrew Napolitano coming up in T-minus 30 minutes. We're taking your phone calls right now. I'm going to go over a whole bunch of important news. Texas is now, we have lawmakers now calling for the Arizona-style law, saying if they run into illegals during regular traffic stops for drunk driving or whatever the case may be, and you're here illegally, they're going to charge you with that as well. They're going to bring you to the feds. The media is spinning it like it's going to be checkpoints in Nazi Germany. No, that's for citizens with the blood-taking checkpoints and the body scanners. The illegals, and I've seen it and it's been on the news, they're allowed on the airplanes without any IDs. Okay, see, I want the rights they got. I want to be left alone like they are. I want to get right down to it. I'm a U.S. citizen. That doesn't mean I'm total trash here. Come on. But we're taking your phone calls right now. Let's go ahead and talk to Tim. Tim in Georgia. Tim, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex, I just wanted to tell you what a great witness you gave the other day when you had the degenerate atheist comedian guy on, and to hear the contrast between your approach to life versus his, just it really meant something when you heard it, and you could just see the difference in what it means to have a purposeful, meaningful life and to just be dilly-dallying around and saying, oh, I'm just having a great time and blah, blah, blah.
Well, I mean, Doug Stanhope I don't think is a bad person, and he's a talented guy at certain levels. But it's, you know, to look at the bad in the world. Some people accuse me of being negative because I'm pointing out the bad. No, I'm going after the bad to protect this wonderland we live in of beauty and this creation and hundreds of billions of galaxies spinning around us. I mean, it's every moment is just an absolute gift from the Creator. And then these people are like, oh, the world's horrible. Everybody's dumb. You can't fix anything. If we have that attitude, we are going to lose our humanity. And everything we've got is because people believe they could build something better. And it just makes me sick at my stomach to listen to it.
Yeah, and but it matters to hear the difference. To have you and him talking at the same time and to be able to actively compare the difference between two people with entirely different views on life was very nice to hear, and it was uplifting to hear that you can just see the difference. The contrast was just amazing to see.
Well, my dad heard the interview. He said basically the same thing, and a lot of other people I talked to. It's a very popular video up at the Alex Jones channel, that hour-long interview that we did with Doug Stanhope. And Doug's really changed over the years. I met him 9-10 years ago, and he is... but that's really the spirit of the world. I mean, the attitude he has about everything is just so sad. And I mean, even if you don't believe in God or a creator of the universe, I mean, who made the hundreds of billions of galaxies that Hubble has photographed? Hundreds of billions, with each galaxy having between tens of millions of stars, tens of billions and tens of trillions. They're all different sizes and combinations. And to look at those giant gas clouds forming billions of stars, you know, inside galaxies, and to see black holes, and what is it? Where does it go? Where does it end? You know, what made it? I mean, what is reality? I mean, it's so unbelievable to be able to just to be conscious and to have this gift. It makes me want to fall flat on my face to the Creator. I can feel the Creator. I can feel it in the universe. I know what good and evil is. And I just can't imagine people that just think humanity's a bunch of trash. That's what the elite think. They think we're all a bunch of trash, and they want to kill us. And I'm not for it. I mean, and then I'm the bad guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's to hear that attitude. You just hear the elite working through individuals like that, just like it's coming out of their eyes and their mouths, like the puppet master just saying, "Here, say this. Here, say that. Here, say this." And it'll spread, and it's an easy sell. It's like
they sap our life force. They sap our will to resist. They sap our will to live. They sap our will to procreate. They sap our humanity. Being humans means you love, you fight, you stand up against evil, you have children, you struggle to raise them right, you struggle to keep them from falling to the world. That's what makes us strong. And the moment you just jellyfish out and roll over like a dead whale, it's just sickening. I appreciate your call, Tim. More calls straight ahead and a ton of news. I'm Alex Jones. This is the GCN Radio Network, PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com, Infowars.net, JonesReport.com, WhatIsTheEndGame.com. Stay with us. Humanity is strong.